he mentions that, again, you will say few phrases, and he or she said that. So if the speaker is a female, you will say she said that. If the speaker is a male, you will say he said that, okay? You do not need to say he or she said that. Either he or she, based on the speaker, okay? Said that, again, you are going to say few phrases. So this one will be from the middle part of the audio. And finally, the lecture concludes that, again, you will be talking about few more phrases, which will be from the ending part of the audio. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yes, yes.
Yes? Okay, good. So now let's move to the example. Okay? Example. So I'm going to play one audio now, and you will listen to it first. Okay? Listen to it first.
Let's take a look at this video of these little kids. They were offered the option of having one marshmallow immediately or 2 marshmallows 15 minutes later. And you've got some very cute videotape of this experiment, so let's take a look.
Okay.
What we found is a very simple and direct way of measuring a competence that seems to make an important life difference.
A researcher tells these preschoolers that she's going to leave the room. If they wait for her to come back without eating the marshmallows, they'll get 2 marshmallows. Or they can ring the bell and she'll come back right away. But then they only get 1 marshmallow.
I won't ring the bell.
You won't ring the bell? Okay. Looking at children over time, Dr. Michelle has found that being able to wait longer at 4 has some pretty powerful implications.
And what are those powerful implications? Is that that later in life they're more disciplined and have more self-control? Is that pretty much it?
Well, they are more likely to achieve their life goals. They have better relationships. They did better on their SAT tests.
I know, that's crazy. All because they waited 15 minutes for 2 marshmallows?
I mean, I think it is crazy. I probably would have eaten all 3, but...
Yeah, me too.
But, you know, actually, yes, the ability to be able to pursue your goals, in this case it was to have 2 marshmallows versus 1, and not go on automatic and just grab the marshmallow, is a very important skill. But I think a main point in Mind in the Making is that these skills can be taught if you're 14 or 40 or 4. It's not ever too late, and any child can learn them, any adult can teach them, and it's never too late.
Okay. So this is the lecture just now we have listened, right? So let's look at the transcript of the audio. So this was the transcript, right? So I'm going to play the audio one more time.
Let's take a look at this video of these little kids. They were offered the option of having one marshmallow immediately or 2 marshmallows 15 minutes later. And you've got some very cute videotape of this experiment, so let's take a look.
What we found is a very simple and direct way of measuring a competence that seems to make an important life difference.
A researcher tells these preschoolers that she's going to leave the room. If they wait for her to come back without eating the marshmallows, they'll get 2 marshmallows. Or they can ring the bell and she'll come back right away. But then they only get 1 marshmallow.
I won't ring the bell.
You won't ring the bell? Okay.
Looking at children over time, Dr. Michelle has found that being able to wait longer at 4 has some pretty powerful implications.
And what are those powerful implications? Is that that later in life they're more disciplined and have more self-control? Is that pretty much it?
Well, they are more likely to achieve their life goals. They have better relationships. They did better on their SAT tests.
I know, that's crazy. All because they waited 15 minutes for 2 marshmallows?
I mean, I think it is crazy. I probably would have eaten all 3, but...
Yeah, me too.
But, actually, yes, the ability to be able to pursue your goals, in this case it was to have 2 marshmallows versus 1, and not go on automatic and just grab the marshmallow, is a very important skill. But I think a main point in Mind in the Making is that these skills can be taught if you're 14 or 40 or 4. It's not ever too late, and any child can learn them, any adult can teach them, and it's never too late.
Okay, so when we listen to the audio, and you see, these are the notes. Maybe when I listen to the audio, these are the phrases I could grab. Video of the little kids, 1 marshmallow, cute videotape, very simple and direct way, ring the bell, eating the marshmallow, wait longer, powerful implications, more discipline, self-control, better relationships, 15 minutes, pursue your goal. These are like one phrases. So this is one phrase, this is one phrase, this is one phrase, this is one phrase. So this is the one I was talking about to maintain. So can you take notes like this?
Yes, no problem.
Yeah. So
Yes.
now the question is how we will apply this to express the summary. So definitely we are going to put them inside the framework that we are supposed to memorize. So what was the framework? The framework was this one, right? So the lecture discusses about the importance of, then we have to go back to our note. Okay, let's go to the note first. Okay, it will be just like this. So how to answer it? The lecture discusses about the importance of video of these little kids, 1 marshmallow and cute videotape. It also provides information about marshmallows, ring the bell, and wait longer. The speaker also clearly mentions that powerful implications, discipline, better relationships. She also said about 15 minutes. Finally, the lecture concludes that pursue your goal, 2 marshmallow versus 1. That's it. Okay, so how you are gonna speak? So when you start a sentence, you should finish the sentence first. In the meantime, don't pause, don't take breath, just like this. The lecture discusses about the importance of video of these little kids and 1 marshmallow. It also provides information about cute videotape and very simple direct way. The speaker also clearly mentions about eating the marshmallows, ring the bell. She also said about wait longer, pretty powerful implications and discipline. Finally, the lecture concludes that better relationship, 15 minutes, and pursue your goals. So did you understand how you have to speak? It's very simple. You start the sentence, you finish the sentence. After that, you take enough breath. Okay? Then you start another sentence, finish the sentence without pause, without hesitation. After that, you take enough breath. Okay, so this is how you should answer your Retell lecture. Even describe image also the same style. The speaking style would be the same. Okay. So please do not bother about picking sentences or making meaningful sentences from your phrases. Not necessary. Just say the phrases inside the framework. Okay. Now, another audio. Okay. Let me play it. So this time I want you to take notes. Okay. You will take notes as well. And then I'm going to show you the transcript. Okay. So let's go to the audio.
Is a picture, sort of artist's impression before the space age.
Oh, sorry. Are you ready with pen and paper? Sorry. I should give you some time to get ready.
Yes, thank you.
Can we choose not the original speaker? Can we choose another people speaking? Because this one is really, really hard to listen what's the speaker talking about.
You mean the audio that I'm playing now?
Yeah, on the right side on your screen, it says original speaker. Can you change
Yeah,
that to
this
another
is,
speaker?
but you might get original speaker. Like in the exam question, it will be all original speakers audio.
All right, never mind then. I'll try my best.
Yeah, so you should be used to it, you know?
I try to.
Yeah, please. You have to. Because in the exam, there will be no robotic voice. All will be original speaker. Not only in Retell lecture, for everything. Repeat sentence, summarize spoken text, you know, write from dictations. So you have to be used to it. Okay, so let's start. Like whatever phrases you could pick. Don't worry, just try. Ready? 1, 2, 3, go.
Picture is a picture, sort of artist's impression before the space age of what Venus might be like on its surface. And so this was looking at the planet Venus. It was science fiction and science fact all the way up to 56 before the start of the space age. But it wasn't completely disproved, this idea of a really sort of lush environment on Venus, until 1967, which is when the first measurements in detail were done at Venus. So Venera 4 and Mariner 5 confirmed the feeling from an earlier space mission that in fact the surface of Venus was not like this at all, but extremely hot, and also that the clouds were made of sulfuric acid, so there wasn't a nice water cycle like is going on in this picture. But it had to wait for these in situ measurements by a spacecraft to actually do that. And so Venus turned out not to be quite as Earth-like as we thought. And I'll sort of tell you about some of the latest results from Venus Express, which say actually there are some Earth-like features, but to a large extent it's not like the Earth.
Okay. So let's go to the transcript now. So I was just a picture. This is also a phrase. Okay. Its surface. It was very clear, honestly. Planet Venus. That was also very clear. I'm not sure you could get it or not, but yeah, it was very clear. Science fiction and science fact. That one also very, very clear. Not all the words will be clear because the accent sometimes matter. So yeah, science facts, science fiction. Okay. Completely disproved. That one also very clear in the audio. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Already we got 6 phrases. And then Marianne 4, Mariner 5. This one also very, very clear. He was not too fast when he was saying Mariner 4 and Mariner 5, right? Space mission, that one also clear. Space mission, isn't it? Surface of Venus, that one also very clear. Not very hot, sometimes extremely hot. Yeah, yes, I heard this one as well. Extremely hot, yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So from the last part of the audio also, we have to get few phrases. So let's see. Spacecraft. Turned out not to be quite as Earth, like as
Latest
we
result.
thought. Yeah, Earth-like as we thought. That one is also easy one. And did you get anything else?
Latest result.
Like the Earth?
Latest result.
Like the result.
Latest
Okay.
result.
Oh, latest results. Sorry. Yes. Yeah, yes. Latest results. Yeah, maybe these things we got in our like note. Okay. So if we answer this question, it should be the speaker discusses about the importance of a picture, planet Venus, and science fiction. It also provides information about completely disproved science facts and its surface. The speaker also clearly mentions about Mariner 4 and Mariner 5 and space mission. He also talked about surface of Venus and extremely hot. Finally, the lecture concludes that spacecraft latest results aren't like as we thought. Simple. So can you do it? If I give you another audio, can you do that? Okay, so let me see your Anita note. Picture 56. Okay, you cannot focus on single word. Okay, I can see that you just focus on few words. Picture, instead of picture, a picture, that is a phrase. 56, out of nowhere, you just cannot say 56. There is something with 56, right? So try to pick 2, 3 words at least together. Do you understand?
Yes.
Like proved the idea. That's good. Also, latest results. No idea. These are phrases. Extremely hot. That phrases. Measurements, it's just a single word. Measurements of what? Doesn't make any sense, okay? It has to be something meaningful. So don't focus on single word. When you are taking notes, at least 2, 3 words together, you have to pick, or else it will not be a phrase. Louis also the same. Okay, picture, space, Venus, science fiction and fact. Yeah, science fiction and fact, that is a very good phrase. Space mission, spacecraft, latest result. Yes. So 1, 2, 3, 4. You have only 4 phrases. Like this, at least try to pick 12 phrases. Is it clear, Luis?
Okay,
Okay.
I'll try my best.
Tanzil is a picture. Okay, 1. Surface planet, very good. Science fiction, completely disproved. Okay, first measurement, confirm feeling, extremely hot, water cycle, spacecraft, not like the art. Good. 10 phrases. But what about 1967? You need to pick something with it. Okay. So 2 more phrases you need. So 12 at least. So that we can express the main summary of the lecture. Okay. So
Okay.
I believe more or less everybody understood what to do. Please don't focus on single word. Again, I'm telling you, single word will not give you good content mark. You might get only 1. If it doesn't make sense, sometimes you might get 0. So in the content, if you get 0, entire score of that Retell lecture will be 0. So don't take this risk, okay? You must focus on the phrases. Okay, Pramila, a picture, yes. Science fact, okay. Loose environment, did it say that? Okay. First measurement, okay. In details of Venus, very good. Extremely hot. Water cycle, latest result from Venus Express, very good. But you have to pick few more. Okay, minimum 12 phrases together. So if you are ready, I'm gonna give you one question now. Every one of you should submit the scorecard to me. Okay, first of all, what you do is, please take a screenshot of this framework, because I'm sure some of you haven't memorized it, because this might be your first class. So you take the screenshot of this framework, but you have to memorize it later, okay, at home. So here you are going to put your phrases, 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 and phrases. That's it. Okay, so take the screenshot now. Done?
Yes.
Okay, good. So I'm going to give you a question now in the chat. The question number is 273. I'm sending the link as well. The link should work. For some people, it doesn't work. I'm not sure why. It should work. If it doesn't work, still, you can practice by the question number. So the question number is 273. Okay, so what you have to do is you just need to type here 273, enter, and then this is the question I want you to do. Okay, you go to practice and do this one. So let's say you are done. Okay, you are done with this question and you got your score already. So how you are going to share your score with me? So let me show you how to share your scorecard. So let's say this is your score. Okay, let's say this is your score, and this is how you are
This
gonna
lecture
get.
keeps
You are gonna get like this, right? So can you see this one here? Got a share button here. Share. So you need to click to it, share, and here it comes copy link. Copy this link and paste it in the chat and send, so that I can click to it and I will listen to your audio and can give you the feedback. Is that clear, everybody?
Yes.
Yes.
Yes? Okay, perfect. So let's take 6 minutes time. That's a lot, I know, but some of you, maybe can't find the question. It takes time, maybe connection is not good, so it can happen. So I'm giving you 6 minutes time. I will open my timer, and within these 6 minutes I will be in mute. Also, I will request you to be in mute. If you are done, just share the scorecard in the chat. Once everybody is done, we will check one by one all of your scorecard. Okay, so let's move to the question. And for you, I'm going to put my framework on my screen so you can follow from here as well. So ready? Time starts from now, okay? So everybody, please mute yourself.
Lecture is
The lecture discusses about the importance of performance in boys and girls.
The lecture discusses about the importance of two charts on different patterns. It also provides information about English and maths. The speaker also clearly mentioned that
the lecture talks about the two charts. It's also
the lecture dis-
the
The lecture
is a picture, sort of artist's impression before the space age of what Venus might.
But you can see from the relatively crooked
The lecture
Okay, so time's up actually. It's almost 8 minutes. So some of you, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of you shared your answer. So let me check. So first one is from Josh. It seems really good. Let's see.
discusses about the importance of two charts on different patterns. It also provides information about English and maths. The speaker also clearly mentioned that on a period of 6 years they are quite different, and he said that key difference of biological and cognitive maintain a reinforcement. Finally, the lecture concludes that learning in preschool creating a pattern.
Oh, yeah, it's good. If you could add one or two more phrases, I think that would be better. Okay? Just two more phrases. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
You are welcome.
But you can see from the relatively crooked
So
and
the
narrow
next
streets of the
one
city of
is
Rome as they
from
look from above today. You can see that
Q0.
again, the city
Okay,
grew in
so
a
let's
fairly ad hoc way, as I mentioned. It
the
wasn't
lecture
planned all
talks
at
about
once,
the
it
two
just grew
charts.
up over time,
The
beginning in the
lecture
8th
talks
century.
about the two charts. It also provides information about performance of the boy and the girls. The lecture clearly mentioned that in the English the girl performed well than the math. Also, the lecture said that in the math the result of the girl and the boy are not different, they are the same. That means there's a two biological factor and cognitive factor which is involved of behavior and skills learning. Finally, the lecture concludes that biological factor linked to the gender and the responsibility of the teacher to response of that.
Wow, wonderful. Your note taking is really, really good. Very good.
The
Just
lecture
some of the
discusses
words
about the
pronunciation is
importance
not
of
clear.
Rome, the city of
So
Rome,
just focus on the
from
clarity.
above
But
today.
overall,
It
it's
also
really good one.
provides information about the
There was no
Romans
pause
when
in
they
the middle of
left
the
to their
sentence.
own
It was very
devices,
smooth.
and he
Very
said
good job.
that they
Just
didn't
focus on the
grow.
clarity, okay?
All right, thank you very much.
Okay. Maria. Let's go to Maria.
The lecture discusses about the importance of
Lecture
Rome, the
discusses
city of
about the
Rome.
importance of
From
performance
above
in
today.
boys and
It
girls
also
in math and
provides
English, and it also provides information about 10% above male peers. The speaker also clearly mentioned that English are no differences in gender, and she mentioned that biological and cognitive factors. Finally, the lecture concludes that gender patterns, behavior, biological factors linked with social factors.
This is also good, Maria. Just one or two places I heard little bit of hesitation, especially here in the middle. So just avoid those hesitation part. I'm sure if you memorize that framework, it will not happen. Okay?
Thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome. Antu, okay, Antu, the next one.
The lecture discusses about the importance of Venus and the artist's impression. It also provides information about what Venus might be like on surface, and it was looking at the planet Venus, and he said that this Venus is an ideal of really environment in details we done at Venus. And finally, the lecture concludes that the Venus is not like the Earth. It's actually there's some art with just a few features.
Okay. It was good, but in the middle, you are taking pause. So try to avoid pause inside the sentence. You finish the sentence, then you take pause. Okay? Okay. So the next one is from Tanjil.
The lecture discusses about the importance of two-chart boys and girls key subject, and it also provides information about over a period of 6 years, month of results, gender in the result. The speaker also clearly mentioned that research look biological, different component, school content, and she mentioned that direct consequences, biological factor. Finally, the lecture concluded that social factor, both preschool.
Okay. You have to stress on few words. Okay. It's really like, flat types of tone. Like the lecture discusses about the importance of two boys and girls key subject. It also like you have to emphasize on few words. Okay. Like the lecture discusses the importance of boys and girls. See, importance of boys and girls. So importance got the stress, girls got the stress. Okay, so stress on few words. Okay, Tanjil?
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, so now it's Luis.
Discusses about the importance of two. The lecture discusses about the importance of
The
two
lecture
charts between
discusses about
boys
the
and girls
importance
and about the
of
maths and English. The speaker clearly mentioned that girls are better than boys in English, whereas in the math there are no differences. The speaker also mentioned about the social factors in the early childhood development to maintain and
the
reinforcement.
lecture discusses
Finally,
about the
the lecture
importance
concludes about
of narrow streets of the
gender and
city in
cognitive
Rome, and
and
it also
responsive of
provides
teachers.
information
Okay,
about the
you have little
city
fillers like
grow up over
you have
time
done this,
beginning in the
and
8th
also
century.
you are
And the
having
speaker also
pause
clearly
like that.
mentioned that they are
Then you took a
everywhere. They
pause.
went to
Girls are
various
better than boys in
campaigns,
English, whereas in
and
the
he
math.
said
So
that they would
please
build
finish the sentence,
camps
then
and
you take
was
that.
laid out
Okay,
in a grid.
just
And
practice few
finally, the
questions.
lecture
It will be
concludes
fine.
that they are
But overall,
Okay,
it's
thank
good
you
one.
very much.
Okay. All right, Anita.
But you can see
The lecture discusses about the importance of boys and skills perform, and it also provides the information about outperform boys periods of 6 years. The speaker also clearly mentions that math and results, biological and cognitive factors, and she said that gender patterns. Finally, the lecture concludes that social factor and cognitive skills. Overall, the lecture was very interesting and informative.
Okay, you have to work on your pronunciation. Okay. And also don't keep saying, okay? You need to have a proper pause, like natural pauses. The lecture discusses about the importance of boys and skill performance. Take a breath, okay? And it also provides information about outperform boys period of 6 years. Then you are
The
starting
lecture
another sentence.
discusses about the
The speaker
importance of
also clearly
Natosri, the
mentions
city
that
in
math
Rome,
and
and it
research
also
biological
provides
and cognitive
information about a
factors.
city of grow
She
up over
said that
time
general
beginning in the
patterns.
18th century.
Finally, the
And the
lecture
speaker also
concludes that
clearly
social
mentioned
factors
that
and
they're
cognitive
everywhere.
skills,
They
or
went
a
to
lecture
various
was very
campaigns.
interesting
He
and
said
informative.
that
Don't
they
say
would build
this,
a camp zone
okay?
and they laid out in
This
an
is
integrate. And
unnecessary.
finally, the lecture concludes that it's always square and rectangular.
Interesting and informative. This is
Okay.
a template sentence. It's a red flag, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
Don't say informative in interesting photo lecture. I can hear from the lecture. I can see from the photo, this kind of things all are irrelevant. Don't say it.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
You are welcome. Now, Pramila. Okay.
The lecture discussed the importance of the boys and girls. It also provides the information about score about 10% male fear and genders in the result. The speaker also clearly mentioned that social factors and different components. And she also said about the performance and achievements. Finally, the lecture concludes that social factor, performance and achievements.
Okay, you really do not have different phrases. You focus on just the word, like performance, and what else, like you said. Very repeatedly you said that.
Yes, ma'am. Hello?
Yeah,
Can you
so
hear me?
don't do it. Yes,
With
I
the
can hear you.
mic, there is a problem, and that's why I couldn't fix on time, and then I was bit worried. Time will
Uh,
finish. That's why
okay.
I
But
was, yeah.
don't
Can you hear me
focus.
clearly?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, but with the
So I'm
recording,
telling
there
you
was.
what I'm telling you is you are still focusing on single word. That's not
Okay.
good, okay? That's not good enough. So you have to focus on the phrase. At least 2, 3 words together from the audio you have to pick.
Okay,
Don't
ma'am.
pick just single word, okay?
Okay.
All right. Equally.
Yes.
The lecture
The lecture
discusses about the
discusses about the
importance of
teachers'
Natosri, the receipt.
different performance of boys and girls. It also provides information about mass results, social factor. The speaker also said that there is no difference in genders. He clearly mentioned that early child development behavior is the important key of the lecture. The lecture concludes that cognitive skill and support by teachers are the main factor of the lecture.
Okay, first of all, you have so many hesitation
Yes.
and long pauses. You couldn't memorize the framework?
The lecture
Not yet?
Yes, are not fully memorized.
It seems
Yeah.
like that because you are looking at the template and then you are looking at your notes. So
That's
altogether,
correct.
you are taking many pauses, right? That
That's correct.
sounds like that.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah. So please memorize. Your note is really good, fantastic note, but your way of speaking will need to change. Need to change means need to improve. Like, don't take long pauses out of nowhere. finish the sentence, then you take pause and don't hesitate. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah. So you do not have any problem with the strategy, to be very honest. You know the strategy, but you have to implement it just by practicing questions.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you are welcome. So, I have checked so many scorecards. I think 11 or 12 of yours a scorecard already checked. Few of you haven't submitted. So still, do you want to share your scorecard so that I can check for you and give you feedback?
Ma'am, for me, the 273 is not available. Can I share another one?
Yes, if you practice another one,
Yes,
it's
I
okay.
did.
Just share it. Yeah, just share.
Okay.
No problem.
The lecture discusses about the importance of Natal Street of the city in Rome, and is also
Uh, okay, Agnivesh.
The
the
lecture
lecture
discusses
discusses
about
about
the importance of nutrition.
Why you are stopping after about? You have to say together, isn't it? Until farming. The lecture discusses about the importance of nutrition, food, and sustainable farming. Then take breath. It also provides information about contributing biodiversity and health division. Then you take breath. You know what you have to do? Like that.
The lecture discusses about the importance of nutrition, food, and sustainable farming, and it also provides information about conserving biodiversity and health preservation. The speaker also clearly mentioned that how the local production and distribution and support local community. Finally, the lecture concludes that how it involves new technology and education and the necessary steps of global food and the future generation has access to the food.
So you just need to change your way of speaking. Note taking is good. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah, so that's it. This one, you shared another one? Okay.
provides information. The lecture discusses about the importance of Natal Street of the city in Rome, and it also provides information about the city of growth over time beginning in the 18th century. And the speaker also clearly mentioned that they are everywhere. They went to various campaigns. He said that they would build a camp zone and they laid out in an integrate. And finally, the lecture concludes that it's always square and rectangular.
Okay, this is a very good one. Yeah, there was no frequent pauses, no hesitation. This was really good. Antu, okay? Yeah, this is good. In the exam, it will be almost 90. Okay, though if you only give 75, but you deserve to get almost 90, okay? You are welcome. So everybody, open your study plan. It's time to get the homework. All of you got the homework, I mean the study plan, right? Every one of you should have that.
Yes.
Okay, please open it. And I'm going to tell you the page number. Retell lecture, right? This one. Retell lecture. Page number 34. This is the framework written here. So please memorize it. So your homework is basically page number 35. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So how you are gonna do this homework? So the first one is sugar. So go to Retell lecture. Okay, go to Retell lecture. Touch the question, sugar. This is the one. Okay. So you will practice from here. And let's say you got, let's say this is your score. Okay.
The lecture
Your
primarily
score. So content 90, overall 75. So you are going to write it here. Content 90, overall 75. Okay. Then you go to another question. Carbon cycle. Go to practice. Search the question here. Carbon cycle. Maybe this is the question you have got. This is score 72. Content 90.
The lecture gives
So go to the question again. So content 90 and overall you got 72. Okay. So write a report like this and take a screenshot and send it to the group that you have done your homework. Okay, that's it. And before doing this task, you must memorize the framework. That's a must. Like this one. This one. Okay. So do you understand what to do?
Yes, thank you.
Any question?
No, thank you.
No question. Okay. All right. Anybody? Any question? No, I think. Okay. Pramila, Agnivesh, Antu, Anita, Ikwem, Josh, Kelly.
Yeah, the only question I remember now I have is, when I'm taking the note as well, sometimes, because the speaker always speak very fast. So by the time you write something and get to another stage, yeah, it's like the
So
speaker
take
is as I
shortcut in the mean, like let's say the audio we practice, let's say Venus. Okay. So if you write Venus one time, the next time you write only V. V means Venus. You should remember this.
Okay.
You know?
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
So these types of shortcut you have to follow. Let's say you are taking notes regarding the marshmallow. So you write marshmallow once and then you put M.
Okay, that is a clue.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Like try to develop your own style. Yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So Kuzera, Maria, Rubina, Sohag, Tanjil, Tinashi. I think you guys joined very late. Wari one. I didn't see you at the beginning of the class. Like few of you from here. So are you guys okay?
Hello. Hello. I thought,
Yes.
hi, I just joined just now because of time difference. I'm from Melbourne because all the time 1 hour late here, Brisbane. And I was
Mm-hmm.
looking something like that, and I was like 12, always the 12 o'clock start the class, And I
But
just,
I texted you before I started the class,
yeah,
but you didn't respond.
yeah, my God, I just joined, yeah, because of time difference.
Ah, okay. But we we conduct classes based on Brisbane time, not Melbourne or Sydney. And the
No,
students are
no,
joining the classes from India, they are joining classes from UAE. So we just fix only one time, which is Brisbane, and they just convert their time according to Brisbane time.
yeah, because of daylight saving now. So 11 o'clock in Brisbane and 12 o'clock in the Melbourne and Sydney. So every time I join to 12 o'clock the class, and which is 11 o'clock in the Brisbane. And okay, it's all right. Yeah, I'll practice. Yeah.
Okay, it's fine. So what you do is, Rubina, you will take only phrases, as I told you yesterday, at least 12 phrases, and then you practice one question and share your scorecard with me. And later on, I will give you feedback. Also, I can provide you with a standard sample answer. Okay?
Yes, please. Yes, sure. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah. So that's basically all for today's class. And I hope that the Retell lecture became easier now, like easier version now comparing to the previous sentence pattern. So did you really feel that now it's getting easier? Sure, sure. Mhm. It's okay. No, grammar doesn't matter in your speaking part. That's fine. Yeah, you are welcome. Okay then. So, yep, that's basically all for today's Retell lecture class. And I'm happy. Most of you got very good score. It was really, really good. So I'll see you again soon at 2:30, only with the student who completed full mock test, who has done the all classes, finished the study plan, and then you have done a full mock test. Then only you join to 30 class. If not, then do not come to the class. Okay, that's not any strategy discussion class. So you need to come to 6 p.m. class, which will be on describe image. Okay, so that's all for today. I'll see you. Bye-bye. Take care.
Thank
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too.